Hey, it's Dr. Rob from St. Clair Medical and Dental Centre. I hope all you guys at home are doing well, looking after each other, not getting too bored, not running out of Netflix shows or video games. But yeah, no, sincerely, I hope all of everyone out there is doing well. I just want to preface the video by just saying well done to everybody, because you know, looking at our numbers, and myself, Sadia and Dr. Rizwan, we're sort of trying to stay on top of all the COVID-19 numbers, and it looks like we're flattening the curve, guys. So what you're doing is working. I mean, we're down to single digits in terms of new cases. I think we had a couple of days where we had no new cases. So I'm hoping we're on the way out of this thing. But this video is just a bit of a reminder, just so we're not getting complacent about things. The way that I see the social distancing in the supermarkets is great. You guys are on it, so it's awesome. But what I want to bring you is another hand washing video. Just in case you weren't barraged enough at the start of the COVID-19, I feel that now that we're getting into it, we're not seeing as much of it. So I thought I'd recreate a video that I saw back in my uni days, which really helped me, and it's something that stuck with me for the last 13 years. And that's the way that I do it, sort of day in, day out at this place. So yeah, let me bring you over to the sink. We'll get straight into the demo. I mean, look, the demo might take a couple of minutes, but when you actually get efficient at this, it should take you only about 20 seconds to wash your hands extremely effectively. So come over to the sink and we'll get into it.
Alrighty. So for the purpose of this demo, I'm going to be popping on some gloves, because we do have some very boutique hand soap that I managed to raid out of my kids' arts and craft table, called Lamp Black Acrylic Paint. So this is just so you guys can sort of see where the soap's going and if we're going to miss any spots. So we start by wetting our hands a little bit, and then we get the soap and we dispense as much soap as we need, enough that you think is going to cover your hands. So we start by rubbing our palms together. You can get pretty vigorous with it. So rubbing the palms together, making sure we get full coverage there. Now the next step is we're going to turn our hands over with one hand on the back of the other. We're going to rub the backs of our hands, making sure that we get in between the fingers and covering the backs of our hands really, really well. Now once that bit is done, we're going to interlock our fingers like that. Now we're going to just agitate back and forth, and we're going to use the backs of our fingers to basically get in there, clean our palms, and to make sure that we get our fingertips completely covered with the soap and cleaned up. And then once we're done with that, we move to our thumbs. Just like that. And then once we're done with that, what we're going to do is we're going to get our fingers into a bit of a point here. And now obviously with the gloves are quite flat, so the paint's moving across the hands quite easily, but we've got a lot of grooves in our palms here, and these are very, very often missed and will harbour bacteria if not cleaned correctly. So if we get our fingers into a bit of a point and we just rub our palms, we make sure that we get all those grooves. And finally, just around the wrist. Just like that. And there you have it. So we've got full coverage, and whether the water's running or not, some of you might choose to leave the tap on here so we're not having to open and close taps. So with the tap running, we're going to rinse our hands, rinse them really, really thoroughly, and then once you are done, lean over, try to close the tap with your elbow, because the less contact on your hands the better. One sort of piece of advice, if you're in a public space, if there are hand towels there, I would generally opt to use those over the hand dryers. And if it does have the situation where you can use that same paper towel to open the door to let yourself out, and then while the door's open, throw that paper towel in the bin before you leave, even better. But I hope you guys got something out of it. I hope it's something that might stick with you, just as it stuck with me, because it really does help in making sure that we're really performing our hand hygiene properly. But guys, take care of yourself. Until next time, I'll see you later. Bye.